What's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. Well, what I've been predicting was going to happen eventually has happened. Now, this isn't the first time this has happened, but this is the latest incident of, basically when trying to get clicks and views and basically trying to, prank somebody goes terribly wrong. Now, in case you guys don't know, this happened Saturday around 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to give you guys all the details and I'm going to give my analysis and how I feel about this. And some people are not going to like what I have to say. Now, apparently, there was an incident that happened where basically a guy, it appears that he thought somebody was breaking into his house or attempting to break into his house. And basically, on the flip side, you had some, uh, you know, some some young man basically calling themselves pranking somebody, doing a doorbell ring and dashing, which seems to be the newest craze. And basically, they were filming it for a TikTok video, which would eventually end up on YouTube. So, to make a long story short, the person thought these people were trying to attempt to break into his house. He went and got a weapon and he fired his weapon a few times, striking Michael Bosworth Jr. and killing him. And then I think he injured another person. And the person admitted to law enforcement that they were trying to prank him. Now, this person, who, as you can see, is black, his name is Michael Butler. I think his name is Michael Tyler Butler, if I'm not mistaken. He's 27 years old, and this happened in Virginia area. Basically, he's been taken into custody. He's been charged with second-degree murder and a couple of other charges, uh, stemming from, felony assault and all that, just the extras like they do so, commonly when it pertains to this case. And he's being held in custody without a bond. You've heard me talk about this on several occasions, how I don't care for this pranking stuff. I don't care for prank videos. I think they're stupid. I think they're dumb. I think they're reckless. And most of all, they're dangerous. And it can lead to a situation like this. And I'm going to be honest with you, some of these people just go to the extreme as far as pranking go just to get a view or a click. And they take pranking beyond pranking. Then you have to come to you have to question yourself when you see some of these so-called pranks. You have to ask yourself, are these actual pranks, or are this attempt to harass and intimidate somebody? Because a lot of these so-called prank video with the people that's supposed to be initiating the pranks, they take it too far. They go as far as walking up, threatening people, just doing just crazy stuff, pretending to be cops, looking for drugs, all this kind of stuff. And it's just very dangerous. We all remember what happened, I think, in 2021, 2022, with, and the funny part about it is, if I'm not mistaken, it happened in Virginia, with this 6'5" white kid who basically was harassing somebody while they were working, trying to do DoorDash, trying to make an honest living. And basically he was harassing the person, trying to intimidate him. He was warned. A couple of times, the dude pulled out a weapon. He shot the dude. Now, the dude was acquitted. He was eventually acquitted. But nevertheless, this was just due to basically somebody, calling themselves pranking somebody. And I think people don't understand, they don't understand the definition of a so-called prank or a joke, whatever you want to call it. It's the difference between joking somebody and then being an extremist. And these people on YouTube are extremists. I don't consider this stuff pranking. I consider this stuff harassment. But nevertheless, you have this incident in Virginia that, basically caused the death of an 18-year-old. But my problem is with this dude, clearly they have audio. Now, the reports are saying that they have audio. They have video of these people banging on his garage door, kicking it as if they're attempting to, enter his house. He think he's about to be burglarized. So basically it looks to me as he was just defending his home. And unfortunately, it turned out to be a prank. So me myself, what was he supposed to do? He had every right to defend his home because he felt that his life and the life of his family was in jeopardy. So to me, I don't know why they have him in jail still, and then also they have him in jail on a, right now they have him in custody with basically a no bond arrest. They're saying that he's not even going to be able to get bonded, and that's not right. He should be able at least be able to try to make bail. So he's being held without bond. So somebody needs to look into this. And I've said this before, and I'm keeping my word. I said if something like this happened and there's a GoFundMe, I'm going to pitch in because this dude needs a lawyer. To me, he didn't do anything wrong. And you have to ask yourself, what if the roles were reversed? I promise you, if basically this man was non-melanated and the people that did this were melanated, you would be hearing people say, well, he did what he was supposed to do. But the way it looked like the police are portraying this situation, they're not being fair and they're not playing fair. I think he should be at least released on bond, or at least had an opportunity to make bond. But this is what I've been saying. This is why they need to stop, pushing these prank videos. This is why I have complained several times about YouTube promoting this type of foolishness, because at the end of the day, it's just foolishness. Like I said, it's not pranking people, it's harassment. When you walk up to somebody talking about, hey, is you trying to get taught a lesson and you trying to get punched, what is people supposed to think? When you hear that type of dialogue, the first thing that you're thinking about, oh, this dude might be trying to pull something with me. So once again, look what has happened. All in the name of a prank. So now somebody has lost their life and somebody ended up getting wounded and somebody is sitting up in jail. This is why you don't do this kind of stuff. Because these things can happen. And it happened. And it's going to continue to happen again and again and again if people don't put a stop to this. But what's going to happen is you're going to have these prank people that's not going to learn their lesson. That's going to have this mentality that it can't happen to me and it's going to happen to them. Listen, I don't have that mentality. Anything could happen. And I don't want to be in a position where, I could possibly lose my life. So that's unfortunate, but I just had to tell the truth. He should not be in jail because he was defending the place where he rests his head at. But I just wanted to give you guys some, intel of what's going on. If you want more information, just look up Virginia man fatally shoots teen for TikTok prank video. This your boy Town. I'm out.